Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back with another trade. Today's date is September the 16th and I only did one trade. It was a pound dollar. I bought it. Actually, I bought it yesterday on the 15th, September the 15th at 6:40 a.m. in the morning, and I was not in town. I was about 4.5 hours north of Toronto in the city of Sudbury for an extended vacation. Now, I didn't trade last Friday, and as I said, I had an extended vacation, and I only came back last night, which was Tuesday. Now, I wanted to point out the fact that I've been getting many traders asking me about Bollinger Bands. I really like Bollinger Bands, but I also like moving averages. Now, the only really good thing I like about Bollinger Bands is, A, it's easy to trade with, and I still have the same indicators down at the bottom because they are, as far as I'm concerned, gold. They really help me a lot in my trading. And what I really like about Bollinger Bands is you don't have to wait for the two moving averages to cross, the 20 crossing the 50 so that you are officially you're buying. So these moving averages here will never cross. The concept's quite simple. We're buying at the lower end only when we get signals. And of course, we're selling at the top end only when we get signals to do so. Now, I knew I was going to let this trade go for at least 24 hours. And I knew, looking a little bit back, I happened to be on the 1 hour because I wanted to see the little bit bigger picture. Very easy to see that this is a great way to trade. So looking at the gold line and the AO here, everything's telling me it's going to go up in cycles. Some people would call this Elliott waves. I happen to call it the flow of the market. So now I got in this general area here, did do a pullback, but I just looked to the left and I realized that if it didn't keep going up, which I thought it had chance to keep going up, that the most it'll come back is another cycle, and definitely 20 or 30 pips wouldn't hold. So all I did was I managed a trade, and as it was going up, I managed the stop. So originally I put my stop in this area below here, never did hit it, and then of course I moved it up higher to this area. So once you learn how to read the charts, then you know and you understand the flow of the market. If you take the trade in an upcycle, you got to be prepared for a pullback. Now, I could have waited, but I was up in Sudbury, and I just made a quick decision that gonna take the trade, and if it comes back, well, I'll put my stop at the first swing pivot low, which happened in real time right here. So let's just drag and drop this up and you can see where I got in at. So as I said, I got in as it was going up and the meter was looking fantastic. Another reason why I decided to take the trade. And it did go up and it actually gave me about 16 pips. Then it did that cycle that I told you about. As you can see right in here, that's where my second time I moved the stop from here. I did have it here, and it never hit it. And then it went to here. I put my stop right under this swing pivot low right here, as you can see, right here. And again, it went up and did a slight pullback, and I was checking the flow of the market, and I knew that it could come back to this general area, and then it just continued to go up. So let's see where got in at this cursor, and I closed it out at this cursor with about well, let's go with 78 let's see, it's 78 pips, and 78 pips on the pound dollar, pay $10,207. And now keep in mind that if you leave the trade in past 5 p.m. here, New York time, you'll have to pay the swap rate. Sometimes you pay, and sometimes the broker gives you money. If you want to know more about swap rates, just contact your broker, and they have it right on their website, what the swaps are, whether if you're buying and or if you're selling. So this was the total minus the 42.18 came to this $10,207. Now, if I had more time yesterday morning, I could have analyzed the chart and exercised patience, and I would have waited for the pullback around this goal line. But due to the fact that we were sightseeing and we went to Killarney Provincial Park and Sturgeon Falls and eventually up in Sudbury, where my wife had a job to do, an auditing job. So I could not sit in front of the computer. I just put in the trade, put in the stop originally down here, and when I came back, I was making, I was not making pips until over here last night, but I knew eventually it was going to go, and I closed it out for no other reason other than there was news coming out, and I can show you that news. So Wednesday, September the 16th, the news was at 8:30 right here. Core retail sales. Now it was negative for the US dollar. Now remember, if the dollar is on the left side, like dollar Swiss, dollar yen, then we're selling. And due to the fact that it's pound dollar, the dollar's on the right side, and when it's red, generally as a rule, it doesn't always apply, because sometimes this is the other way around, and I never go against what my trigger system tells me. But on this day, if you traded before the news, it was telling you to buy before the news. So for you traders who like to trade the news, keep that in mind. Going back to the charts, as you can easily see, it's going up. Everything is blue. The trigger system, all of them, as a matter of fact, all 27, would be telling you the same thing. Either you're buying or you're selling. So this is telling me, all the way from the goal line here, to be buying. Matter of fact, right from the goal line here, we're buying. So the news came out right here. It hesitated for a while, and now it's continuing to go up very easily. It can go up to the ADR, which is still another 35 pips. But I was very, very happy with the pip total and, of course, the money. I just decided to close out the trade prior to the news. So for one trade, while I was on a short mini vacation, and yesterday was the only day that I could have traded, as my wife was working all day yesterday. I was at the hotel room at the Hilton in Sudbury, and I saw the trade, and I took the trade. Of course, it did the pullback, not a big deal, but I had things to do, and I couldn't sit here and babysit it for many hours. So I put in the trade. As I said, I knew where the stop goes, and it did the pullback, and then it just kept going up. So that was a grand total of 78 pips for over $10,000 for trading from a 24-hour period. And remember, sometimes you can easily take a look at a higher time frame. And just to let you know that all my trigger systems, they'll work on all time frames from the 1 minute all the way up to the monthly. I have a trader that just trades off of the 30 minutes. I prefer the 15, but I will look at a couple of higher time frames, 2 or 3. It only takes a couple of seconds to take a quick look and make sure if you're going in the direction of the trend. And it's very simple, from left to right. You know, it's going up, it's not going down, so that is the trend until it officially starts to go the other way. And that's just the way the market moves. And by the way, that's what I teach in the training videos, the flow of the market. And once you learn the flow of the market, you can trade with any system in the world. They all do the same thing. The market does the same thing. It doesn't make any difference. Anything that the platform, your broker platform offers, everything moves the same way every day. So once you learn the flow of the market, you can trade successfully. So don't dwell on the concept, oh, I gotta find a magical system, the holy grail. There is no such thing as that. And it cost me over $70,000 to finally figure that one out. I had nobody telling me. So here I am telling you, and if you're fairly new, don't jump from system to system and do 700 like I did, because A, it'll cost you a fortune, and eventually you will figure it out. But I teach you right from day one how to trade the flow of the market, and any trigger system will work. And as you can see down at the bottom here, I just have the master trigger, which is very, very good actually. It's a combination of the magic trigger, golden trigger, and the pip trigger, and of course the BB, which stands for Bollinger Band trigger. There is no other ones that is not the best of or whatever. It is what it is, and if you love Bollinger Bands, then you'll love this system. This is an advanced Bollinger Bands with built-in alerts. All you got to do is change these 3 right here from false, very simple, to true. These 3, you'll get a pop-up box, and when it hits the upper band, like right now, it'll be giving you triggers. Doesn't mean to sell right away, but it's bringing an attention to you, saying it's at the top or at the bottom, right here, lower band. Anyhow, if you have any questions about this advanced Bollinger Band, just get in contact with me. As you can see down here, the pound is still at 80% or more, and the dollar is, it would be better if this was like 20 or less, but this can easily still keep working its way up to the ADR. So if you have any questions at all about my new BB trigger, it's not new. I actually did it quite some time ago, more than 6 months, probably closer to a year ago. I originally had, just to let you know, there was 30 videos. And then what I did, most recently, I added 8 more. And that's really improved the Bollinger Band, at least the training part of it. But anyhow, this BB trigger system has 3 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy on your MT4 platform. There's only 2 on this one because this AO is not multi-time frame. And if you love the multi-time frame and you cannot trade without it, just remove this one and put the other one in. If you have my magic or master trigger, very easy, just swap it around. And just to let you know that this one right here, as soon as I can bring it up, this one is a very good, awesome alert because it has built-in alerts. When it crosses the signal line, or this one right here, 0 line right here, when it crosses, you'll get an alert, and also there's another alert in here too. Just to let you know, I hate alerts. I never use them. I know how to use them, but if you're putting them on all these pairs, you're going to get pop-ups and ding and makes different sounds, and that just drives me nuts. Very easy to put on and just save the template. Simple, simple, simple. So my contact information is right below here. I haven't changed it over to the BB trigger system, but my contact, everything else is the same. But this is the Word document, and you'll also get a custom indicators, my favorite meter. Remember, don't trade without the meter. And of course, there's a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents that'll help you with your educational part, learning how to trade the markets. Now, there's 38 training videos. As I mentioned, I added 8 more in the past week, and I threw in 9 bonus videos. Now, this system also, I teach a great way to trade, same as the other ones, using the goal line and the AO here. Now, what makes this same as the master trigger, a little bit better is, of course, these this section right in here. In each and every video, there's a lot of advanced training. I teach how to get near perfect timing entries, teach how to stay in the trade for more pips, and also how to trade at the right hand edge. Also teach how to scan the market, how to scalp the market, teach how to trade all 3 sessions. Now I also teach how to trade pullbacks. Remember, anything back to the goal line is a pullback. Here's another pullback. And of course, if it breaks through and keeps going, then that is a reversal, which I also teach how to trade. Also teach how to trade around the goal line, here, 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 and here. Every day, there is a lot of trading opportunities around the goal line. Also teach how to trade the news. Also teach how to trade with a day job, and also teach how to use the built-in strategy tester, which is very important. I still do that up to 8 hours every weekend. It's the built-in tester within the MT4 platform. So if you have any questions at all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me. I actually answer the phone. If you live too far, here's my email. Remember, there's an underscore right here. I do prefer Skype, and all you got to do is click on this link, and then we'll have connection in Skype, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session. Probably lasts about 45 minutes, depending on how many questions you have for me. Now, over many years, I've been building 27 trigger systems, and if you want to see each and every one of them, all you got to do is click on this link for screenshots. So that just about wraps up this first video for YouTube doing my BB trigger system. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trade, good luck with your trading, and remember, keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.